Hello and welcome to this episode 6 of Tales from the Tech Ninja. My name is John Gotobed, I am the Tech Ninja, and we have a busy episode set up today. I've done a lot of prep work already, but we are going to be setting up a quarry, because this is the first time that I am actually going to be doing this on an actual server properly. So we've got to set up 2 ender chests, we've got an ender tank, we're going to be building a quarry, and we're going to be setting up 3 magmatic engines. I've checked that we've got fluiducts, we should have some leadstone energy conduits to transport the power from the engines or from the dynamos to the quarry itself, so that we can get this all set up somewhere nice and far away so that we don't have to look at it. So you can see that I've already got everything in my inventory that we should need to set up a quarry. And then I just need to grab Invar. Oh. 33 Invar. What else do I need for the engines? Dynamos. They're dynamos now. Magmatic dynamos. I need redstone and silver. So redstone, I'll get a stack of that. Silver, might as well get a stack of that. And then how do I make the gears? Is that just, yeah, it's just around iron, it's not the standard gear recipe. So why not one more stack of that? And then I'll check my miner's backpack for all that stuff. So the one problem with the backpack is that it picks up the things that are just thrown on the floor by the logistics pipes. So I need 3 engines. Each engine needs 2 of those, so I need 6. Six of these. And then get rid of that. 3 of those. And so we should have that. And then I need ender stuff, because we're going to be transporting lava and we're going to be transporting items. So do I have any chests? You know what, guys, I'll be right back once I have this stuff all crafted up. I need an ender tank, I need a couple of ender chests. Okay, we are all crafted. Got everything we're going to need to set up this quarry out in the world somewhere. First change that we're going to make is back here at the base. We're going to take out this regular chest and replace it with an ender chest. So this is going to function exactly the same way as the other chest did, except it doesn't need to be put straight into that chest. It can be put into this chest. I might even craft myself an ender pouch so that I can put things back into it in the wild, wherever I happen to be. And it will mean that it'll go into my sorting system and get sorted. Another thing I'm planning to set up is I've got that magical chest downstairs here? No, this one is magical chest. I'm going to set an ender chest here so that any of this stuff is teleported over to my mage tower. And then I might even set up a golem based or magical based, probably golem based, sorting system over here so that I can sort it into things that I need in specific places. I have made a quick change actually before I go off and set up the quarry. I am going to show you the one quick change I made in the magic tower between episodes. You might notice that I have a nice magically enchanted ruby sword. I went to the nether to do some hunting for the blaze rods for the ender chests and the ender tank, and so up here we've now got access again to the floor upstairs, and it is a magical library of mine. So obviously I've got the right number of arcane bookshelves around, and by arcane I mean standard bookshelves with knowledge, and I can just come in here and enchant my book. I enchant weapons and swords and tools and things as I desire. And so I'm now going to head off into the distance. I don't want to be too close to where Chris and I live. Might head off over here somewhere and just find somewhere, probably not even been spawned in yet, to set up the quarry so that I make a nice big hole, but somewhere nowhere near anything that we've looked at yet, so that it's nice and new. This is gloomy forest. So once I find somewhere, I'll be right back. Okay, I've travelled out some distance. The dojo's back that way. I found a nice little plains, fairly flat terrain, and so what I'm going to do is pop down, change out of bat form briefly. Oh, hear those bones snap. I love morph. Pop down a landmark, and I'm not going to build it as big as it can possibly go, but I do really want a big quarry. How's this? Other side of this hill where it's poking out. There, that'll do nicely. So when you activate these with a redstone signal, as I'm sure you'll be aware, the landmarks fire off a 64 block line in each direction. So to set up a quarry properly, or bigger than a standard block, you just need to set up landmarks. Oh, don't want to go too far with it. But this is looking like I might be going out nearly to the 64 block line in this direction, so I'm going to stop it here. Not entirely sure how to get. There we go. Back we go. Now what I need to quickly check, might need to rearrange it slightly, because, oh no, that'll do. The quarry chunk loads the chunk that it is in and all of the chunks around it that it will quarry. So rather than bringing a chunk loader over, I'm just going to make sure everything stays within this one chunk that the quarry is in, so that it loads itself I just need to quickly run and grab the things, grab the landmarks back. They're not too expensive, so it's not a great pain if I lose them, but they are worth a lapis block, or a lapis chunk. So it's nice not to. And so yeah, with F9 in NEI, you can see the landmark, the chunk boundaries. And if you press it twice, you get this green hashing around the chunk that you're currently in, so that you can really clearly see the edges of the chunk that you are stood within. Getting low on food. So let's get back to the quarry. So to get the items out of it, it's going to be really simple. Just going to whack that on top, right like that. And then magmatic engines, energy cell, liquiducts, and lava. So coming out of here, should be able to just dunk, dink, dink. Dink, dink, dink. And pop that down on there, flip that round. And we should see, yep, look, there is. Turn off the chunk boundaries now. There is the little guy. He's going to quickly whip round and take out all of the dirt that is in the middle of the quarry. He does quite a quick job out of it too. I wish he could actually do the quarrying if he could go this fast. And then when he's done doing that, he is going to set up the frame for the quarry to be in. Get out of the way. And then we should start to get some nice resources. So I'm going to let it build up. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stand here and time-lapse this so that we can, if it was only a full block, I'm going to time-lapse this bit so that we can see it in action. And just as it's finishing up, the quarry slows down and puts the final touches onto the frame, and having survived that zombie onslaught at the end there, I'm back to see the not really sure what it is, arm piece of the quarry go to action. Does it shoot a laser into the ground, or is it a drill of some description? I'm going to assume it's a drill. So that it just goes back and forth and slices through the ground, picking up everything, and it should be, I said surviving the zombie onslaught. You're late. Should be depositing everything that it picks up into this here end chest. And that should see it heading back into the sorting system back at the dojo. So there it is going through some dirt. We don't even get to see it before it gets whizzed out by the logist. You have a panda head. So obviously at the moment it's not got a lot of resources on the surface. There's a lot of dirt, there's a lot of cobblestone that it needs to get through. Once it starts getting down a bit, it's obviously going to be picking up more stuff. So we've got some copper here. Ow! Son of a bitch. We've got some copper here close to the surface. We've got some apatite. And we've got some Certis quartz. Specifically, that's why I picked this area. I like getting my hands on as much Certis quartz as possible. As quickly as possible. Just in case we decide to go a bit applied energistics. Not sure if we will at the moment. But you never know. It's always good to be prepared just in case. And with that, I am going to head back. Ow! I'm going to head back to the dojo. Hopefully not dying along the way. And check to see that everything is coming through that ender chest. Okay. Please don't die, please don't die. Okay, back in the basement we can see that it's definitely having the required effect. At the moment, as you can see, there's a lot of dirt flowing through the system. And it is all going into the chest. I have decided that I need to fix the terminus point, because at the moment, as soon as these chests, these barrels overflow of their items, anything else that they get is just going to go into the preferred pipe over here. So what I think the problem is this is a closer route than this. So if I turn this back on and say dirt goes down here, it goes, this is closest, we'll send it this way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pipe and this trash can, and we're going to go into the power plant. And then we're going to remember that you actually wanted to bring with you, John, some more pipes. So you're going to go back and get those. What we're going to do is we're going to run it off of the line that's back here, supplying the network with cobble, and we're just going to run a bit further down this way. Oh, I'm horrible at that. And we're going to come to back here where we can put in the trash can without it intersecting with anything, and throw this logistics pipe back here and grab our terminus module and just throw that back in there. So now I'll grab some cobble and throw that back in there. And then I'm also going to grab some dirt. And this is a very long way from the input chests. So what should be seeing here, it's requesting items. That means the dirt is coming here rather than going. Oh no, that must be some cobblestone in the network over there. Yeah, look, there's cobblestone coming through. So the cobblestone's got a bit further to travel through our network now. But it should also mean that I can grab a bit of the gravel. Here's the cobble showing up. And, oh, I need to get it out of the bag. Pop some gravel in there. And so if those barrels ever fill up, rather than filling up the preferred route? The default chest, instead of filling up this default chest with gravel and with cobble and with dirt, which at the moment, if we have a look at how much dirt we've got coming in, there's a lot of dirt on its way into the network. So that is going to fill up that barrel very quickly. And we don't need barrels of dirt. We really don't even need one barrel of dirt, but that's the easiest way to deal with it. So throw this back in the network. It should find its way to the right place. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to do that I've just started to put things away for. Chassis. Damn. I'm also going to sort out the cobble a bit. Need to stop holding that. So we are getting some ores even coming in now. So what I'm going to quickly do is nip can I get to it from outside? Back to being a bat. This is the best way to run piping. Grab that, provide a pipe, and I'm going to swap it for a logistics pipe Mark II. So that all reactivates. I'm going to throw in a provider module so that it works exactly the same way as it has been, and just check that that's just a normal inventory. That's fine, because I'm going to just throw in an item sink, and for that item sink I'm just going to grab some cobble. And so if for whatever reason there is cobble in the network and this chest isn't full of cobble, such as now, it'll start flowing in here. So we're not trashing any cobble that we need, but we're not getting tons of cobble that we don't, because as soon as this chest is full up, it's going to start going back down to the trash can. You stay outside, zombies. And with that, we should have a very nicely set up logistics pipe network. And our igneous extruders can go to work and replenish the cobble. And next time I'm going to set up a farm. So I don't know whether I'm going to include in it. I might include in it. Oh, upsy-daisy. Here we go. So let's quickly go and check off. Did that, and did that. Might include animals. And if we're including animals, we're going to include sewers. So, episode 7, we're going to set up a farm because at the moment I've got my little patch of farm outside, but that's not enough to actually supply food automatically. So I need to automate my farming and get some automatic farming processes going out here. And actually, if we're automating farming, the other thing I'm going to need to add to next episode, if we're doing that, where's my book? I need to get a chunk loader in place so that the farm is always active and everything's nice and happy and stays on all the time. And with that, guys, I will see you next time for more Tales from the Tech Ninja. Farewell.